So, hello everyone, this is Michael, or you can call me Mr. Introvert. For today's video, we are going to review, finally, the bass guitar that I bought online. So, if you are interested, you are looking for a budget-friendly bass guitar, maybe this video is for you. So, stay tuned, coming right up. Alright, so we are now starting with our video. First of all, just like what I have said before, we needed a bass guitar for our band performance, but we don't have members that have bass guitar, so I bought this bass guitar. So I called it unbranded bass guitar because you can see the head here don't have any logos, doesn't have any names, brands, so I called it unbranded bass guitar. So at least it didn't try to imitate some known brands. Before we start, I just want to say that I am very satisfied with this bass guitar. Although it's not perfect, I bought this online. I don't going to mention the online store because although I bought this in a specific store, you can find it on the online shop. It's either the orange shop or the red shop or the black shop. It's on to you. It is available on those three shops here in the Philippines. So, okay, so the first thing that I want to mention here, because there's a lot of other bass guitar, okay? I choose this in a specific reasons that I'm going to tell you later. So, the first question that I want to ask, how does this unbranded bass guitar perform on a live stage? Because this bass guitar is used by my sister, not me. And I also see its performance on our practice. Every practice that we did, this is the bass guitar that we use. So I'm going to flash maybe some of the photos of this bass guitar on a stage. Maybe some of you were going to ask why you choose this specific bass guitar other than some other style of bass guitar. Just like maybe I'm going to show you a picture, okay, here on the screen. This bass guitar is commonly used. For me, I choose this bass guitar because first, looks, it's not very common to see this kind of aesthetic of this bass guitar because you can see I like this style here on the body because it looks, I'll show you the design here. The paint job is, for me, it is nice. Also, yeah, the design is looks natural wood, I'd say. It's not painted a solid color, which is, for me, I like the design of the body compared to other guitar, which is color red, blue, black. Okay, yeah, I like the color of this. It's very refreshing to my eyes. Okay, so the second thing that I like about this bass guitar compared to this other bass guitar, it's because the number of frets we have here in our bass guitar is 24 frets. Okay, so the other bass guitar there, budget friendly bass guitar, only have 21 frets, I guess. Although that is not a bad thing because some of maybe I'd say short people, okay, I recommend using 21 frets because it is easier to hold, easier to reach. Okay, it's not that difficult to use. Okay, and most of the time those extra 21 extra 3 frets here, most of the time you're not going to use that, but since I want some extra because I want to have a guitar, electric guitar have 24 frets. If you haven't known yet, I had a Kawes 24 frets electric guitar. You can check my review there. I can't justify why I want a bass guitar have 24 frets, but yeah, it is included here. I love it. Third thing that I like on this bass guitar is these knobs. We have here a 4 knobs, okay, compared to this other bass guitar only have, I guess, 2 knobs, which means we have more control here in our bass guitar because we have a 4 knobs. Okay, maybe later we are going to check what is the function of each of these knobs. 2 of these, I guess, is the volume, and 2 of these is for tone. Okay, so the inclusion of this bass guitar, if you order this online, is free bag, free also guitar strap. Okay, although it's not the best, but it is better than nothing. Okay, and also they provided a pick bag, I guess. Although most of the time, if some of the YouTubers they are bashing some of the bases that are using picks. Well, for me, I don't care as long as you do your job. Okay. Also, they provided a two Allen wrench. For the Allen wrench is to adjust the height here, and also the other one bigger Allen wrench is to adjust your rod here. Okay. But if you are beginner, I don't suggest to adjust your bridge here, okay, and your neck here, because it requires professional experience, skills to do that. Okay, you might end up removing the intonation of your guitar, or introduce us to a some string buzzing. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, so the things that I noticed here, it's not a bad thing, but I guess it's an okay thing. It is a understandable thing because this is a budget bass guitar. The first thing that I noticed is this bass guitar is very lightweight. Okay, if I'm going to compare this, the weight of this bass guitar compared to our electric guitar here, that electric guitar is more heavier compared to this bass guitar, which is it a bad thing? I guess not, because if you are a beginner, you don't want to handle a very heavy bass guitar, okay? Because bass guitar is most of the time bigger than a regular electric guitar, and holding a big bass guitar at the same time it is heavy, sometimes it's not beginner friendly. So having a lightweight bass guitar, which for me is not a bad thing and also not a good thing. Not a good thing because there's a reason why it is a lightweight bass guitar. It is because the materials is lightweight, which means it's not that durable compared to a heavy bass guitar. But if you love this guitar, take care of this bass guitar properly, it will last very long. Okay, so if you are going to buy this, take care of this bass guitar. Don't drop it. Even a expensive guitar, your bass guitar, if you drop it, it's going to damage it, so don't do that. Second thing that I'd say that it's not bad but also not good is the fret height. Okay, I don't know, I'm not really sure because I am a guitar player, so the string height here, I'm not very common of the string height of the bass, but I'd say that it is high compared to a electric guitar. I'd say that it is okay because, as you can see, the thickness of this string is very huge. So if you pluck it like this, it would wiggle very much, I'd say. So it is more prone to a fret buzzing. So which means if you buy this, it don't have any fret buzz. Okay, you can fix this by going to your guitar tech, luthier, to fix this not issue, but I'd say issue. Okay, just to address this thing. It's not that bad because it's still playable. But if you are more skilled, which is most of the time, if you are a skilled bassist, you're not going to buy this. But if you are here on our video, which means you are a beginner looking for a budget guitar. But if you are a very professional bassist, which slaps very well and do a lot of tricks, the height is not for you. The height of the string is not for you. But if you are a beginner, this is very okay for me, I guess. Okay, it is very fine. You can use this without setting this up. How about the sound? The sound for me is very okay. It is bass. It is bassy. Okay, so let's go to a sound test of this bass guitar. Here, I plug my cord here in our audio interface, which is the Reworal Q24. You can check my reviews here on our channel. This is a 24-bit 192 kilohertz. So I plug the cord here in our ports, and also if you are going to use some bass or guitar, please select the high Z so that it will match the, I guess, the impedance. Okay, so let's turn off the volume for now, or the gain knob of the channel 1. Then let's plug our bass guitar here, and then let's slowly turn up the gain. Okay, so now you're going to hear the sound of our bass guitar. So this is the sound of our bass guitar. Okay, it is very fat. The sound is very fat. Okay, I'm not a bassist. I'm not a bass player, so forgive me if I'm not going to test it that very well. That slap technique, I'm not going to do that because I am not a bass player. But I'm going to test the knobs first. Okay, so we have 4 knobs here. Let's try to check if what is the function of each knobs. Okay, let's play. Let's try it with this. Okay, so this is, I guess, the volume of the middle pickup, because if the sound is bright, we can assume that the pickup that is working is this bridge pickup. Okay, so if we turn off this knob, it turn off this pickup, so the only pickup that are working is this. That's why it is sounds bright, very bright. Okay, so turn on, turn off, turn on. Let's try this other one. Okay, so I'd say this is the, let's say, volume. I guess this is the volume of the, I guess this is the volume of this pickup, because it is more bassier. Then let's try this one. Okay, so this is the tone of, I don't know what is, it's, the tone is changing. I can't figure out where it is. Try this last one. So if you want to turn off the sound totally, you need to turn off these both knobs here. Okay, I guess I figured it out. This volume knob is for the bridge pickup. This tone knob is for the bridge pickup. This volume knob here is for the middle pickup, and then the tone knobs here is for this middle pickup. So set here, okay, so I guess that is it. And then let's try to play some bass line. Okay, I don't know if you know this. If you're Filipino, maybe you familiar with this song. Okay, let's stop because we might get copyright again. Okay, you feel that bass guitar? So if you are hearing some noise, I guess it is because of my audio interface crank 100% to able to get this volume of this bass guitar. And also I noticed that if I remove my hands here, you will hear a noise. Okay, it is very loud. So yeah, for me that is a small thing. Just don't do this. Okay, if you're going to do this, turn off your volume knob. Okay, problem fixed. So yeah, do I recommend this bass guitar for a beginner? I guess yes. Okay, so yeah, that is for this video. Do I recommend this bass guitar for a beginner? I say yes. Okay, it is already fine. It is okay to use this for you to start learn some bass. Also, you can use this in a live performance if you are not that sensitive about the brand, because some of people like to, I want a branded guitar so that if I went to stage, they will point out my guitar. Oh, that is a known guitar. I'm not going to mention some. That is a known guitar. That's my favorite brand. But originally, if you are audience, you are not that familiar with the guitar, especially if you don't play guitar, they will not going to notice what kind of brand guitar you are holding. Okay, they are what they are watching is your performance. Okay, but I didn't say that they are wrong, especially holding a branded guitar, which means your guitar is very reliable. It is precisely made. Okay, I don't hate those people. Okay, but also don't be that people that I'd say you don't want to buy a budget guitar, even though you don't have a budget. You want to buy a branded guitar because that's what you want. However, you can't buy it. It's better to buy a unbranded guitar as long as it did what it did. It did what it should be. Okay, so that you can start learning bass guitar. I'm just going to share this one thing. I learned guitar. I made this far. I play metals. I play rock songs. Because I bought a very cheap Lumino guitar. Okay, if I didn't do that, I don't know where I here right now. Maybe I'm not learn how to play guitar. So don't be ashamed if you buy a cheap guitar. As long as you are committed to learn, that is what the most important. Okay, so if you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'm going to read it. Yeah, see you guys on my next video. So the next video that we're going to review is this cheap microphone transmitter that I bought also online. Is it good? Is it bad? Let's see on our next video. Okay, so see you soon. Take care.